Hey, so how do you like Texas?
I love Texas. I think Texas is amazing. Low-key want to move here. I've been trying to convince you.
It's our first place. There's a whole country.
Yeah.
The whole world,
okay,
really.
But you also have been defending Toledo, like, ride or die Toledo. Like, every time
For sure.
I'm like, yeah, Toledo doesn't have X, Y, and Z. He's like, Toledo does have it. And I'm like, okay,
maybe
first of all,
I miss home.
Oh, well,
I never thought of that until just now.
Then there's that. Maybe you do miss home. It's literally only been 4 weeks, but we really do have two different lives. In Texas, like I'm working. Like last week, I worked 47 hours, and you didn't.
I did not like work in like a regular job, no. But I did a lot of stuff.
I think
I'm,
you
like,
all saw I'm posting
time.
on Instagram that he was knocked out. Sleep.
That was one day. That was one day. But
that I recorded it?
No. So, how have you dealt with like making community on the road so far? I know we're really fresh into this, but
yeah.
How's it going?
Well, I think the first thing I realized was I like to think in my head like, oh, like I don't need to hang out with people, like I'm good.
You're funny.
I miss my squad. Like I miss my team, I miss my people. When I think I'm okay Monday through Thursday because back home I would always be working anyways. But when Friday, Saturday, and then specifically Sunday hits, I'm like, I don't get to see any of my friends. I don't get to go to any game nights. I don't get to.
You get to see me.
Go to anyone's
we play
birthday
games
parties.
together.
Yeah. It's so fun. No, but I think we did end up having a game night with our neighbors.
We did.
That was cool. Our neighbors also work with me.
Yeah, not just like random hotel neighbors. I mean,
we could.
That's a goal to set, I guess.
No, it's not.
That'd be
That's weird. That's so weird.
So other people in the program who are here with us,
yes.
We had a game night with them.
So that's been fun. I've been loving the people that I'm in the program with during base camp. We've been hanging out, going to different places. But as far as like community, what I've really learned is I do crave deep. I crave to be known deeply. So I feel like that's going to be a challenge on the road because we only get X amount of time with them and you're not about to tell them your whole life story. So that's why I have you.
For sure. And like last week, I realized, like I wrote on my calendar to call somebody on Monday and then it was Friday and I still hadn't done it. And then I realized, wow, I haven't talked to anybody but Chantay all week. Like that's a problem and that's a me thing. But so it's just like, you know, reaching out and grabbing that community, even though it's far away, you know, and just
still cultivating
being consistent in myself and that,
so community definitely has been different. I think like even in marriage, it's been different of like we're together
in good ways.
All the time.
Yeah, you know, we do have a door to the bedroom.
We use that door. Thank the Lord. No, but I think we're getting. I think before we got on the road, we were starting to get our stride. We're gonna hit year 3 next month in June. But I feel like this has to accelerate us being syncopated and learning communication and really like we get to date. I mean, like I don't know if. Not everyone knows our story, but if you are our friends watching this and you know our story, we dated for 4 months, got engaged for 6 months, and then got married. So I feel like a little bit we get to date, which we surpass, we just zoom through, and get to know each other on like a friend level. And I'm excited about that. We went to a coffee shop and played cards. Yeah.
What was your favorite coffee shop so far? Because that's what this video is about. It's about coffee.
Oh. Well, shoot. Or drinking it. Okay, so my favorite coffee shop so far, my coworkers would answer it very well, is Edison. It is so... I don't know, I just love the vibe. It's spacious. It's big. I kind of want to go there after this video and do some stuff. But, yeah, it's super chill. It has an outdoor patio, and...
When it's not like 8,000 degrees in Texas.
That was hot. That was stupid. I thought my computer was going to break because it was so hot. But the coffee was so good. Now, I will say they don't have iced coffee. Like, we're from Toledo. Sip does a good iced coffee. It's coffee with ice in it. They were trying to make me get cold brew. I'm like, no, I just want iced coffee. Yeah,
bro, cold brew is way better than iced coffee.
We're on a budget.
Okay.
We was on a budget that week.
That's fair.
I needed iced coffee. I could not afford the $5 cold brew. I was like, okay, can I get drip with a cup of ice, please? And I made my own iced coffee, and then it melted immediately when we went outside.
Yeah.
That's how hot it was.
Because she sat in the sun.
It was beautiful, though. I'm so tired of this hotel. Did we get to have a conversation about this hotel? Yeah,
the next video is going to be the whole, like, here's how mad Chantay was when we got here because we had too much stuff.
Oh.
And then here's what we're getting rid of.
I thought we were just going to talk about the hotel.
Oh, the hotel. Okay, yeah, sure. We'll get there, baby.
Okay. I will say, though, I'm learning so much about myself so far.
Sure. I'm learning about you, too.
And I'm learning about you. Like, I was just going to say, like, how much you really do love coffee. And how I'm excited to see that passion of yours grow. And how I can encourage it.
Yeah. My favorite coffee shop
I encourage you by making me coffee every morning. Yeah. And I like this. Coffee. I do. Yeah. Here. That's the result.
I I really want to take you to Liberation Coffee. It was so good. That's where I bought the $20 beans from. I know it was a lot, but like, man, this is some good stuff.
Are we ever going to talk about finances?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Not
That's
today.
going to be a fun.
Not today.
That's going
Not
to be
today.
a fun one. I'm excited.
Oh God. I'm terrified.
$20 coffee, but you know what? We sipping on it and it's good.
But I mean, do the math. Like, you go to Starbucks 4 times, and right there's $20. You buy a pound of coffee for $20. That's coffee for 2 people at least 8 times.
Yeah, but the problem is we buy coffee outside of these beans.
No. Oh. Okay.
But I will also say, I'm okay with that because we genuinely do love coffee. I think I associate coffee with like a food group, and and what's cool is what brings people together. Food. They want to fellowship. They want to hang out. They want to play games. I mean, that's technically all I'm about to do for the next year, serve food. And coffee has its own group, and it brings conversation. It brings questions. It brings opportunity for intimacy. Like, I do like coffee, and I do put it on its own food group. Sure. What have you learned most about coffee so far? Because I know nothing.
I don't think I've really learned anything about it since we've been out here, but a cool story related to coffee is one of the coffee shops I went to, I was sitting in a corner in a comfy chair. It was Liberation Coffee, and I was drinking my coffee. I read my Bible for a little bit. I was working on my computer for a little bit, and then there's these guys sitting across from me, and I just, they're talking loud, so I couldn't help but overhear the conversation and learning lots about them. They're a realtor, business lawyer. They go to this church. So, I asked them, hey, like, what church do you guys go to? And they actually just like that stood up, came over, sat next to me, and we talked for like an hour, and it was super, super cool. But just like me, being just bold enough to say like, hey, ask a small question, and it prompted this huge conversation, and so that was really cool. But just to be able to bond over something as little as coffee, group. Yeah.
Coffee's a food group. Cheers.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all we got for you today. I want you guys to remember that coffee is a food group, and Ethan likes to sleep while I work.
Hey, I did a 15-mile hike last week, or maybe this week before that. But
yeah. Okay.
I like hiking.
I like coffee.
It's been fun.
All right, guys. Deuces.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, Ethan. Dude.
So I'm driving this super cool Charger around, having a lot of fun, looking for a good place down here in Louisville for us to get some coffee. So, I love to make pour-overs in the morning. I think every morning since we've been married, I've made a pour-over for Chantay and I. Well, it started out with French press and then kind of evolved to pour-overs, but, no big deal, same thing. Actually, it's very different, but I'm rambling. So here we are at Coral Reef Coffee Company, coffee, tea, and CBD. So, we're going to have to figure out what they got going on in there. It looks a little interesting, but, so I'm probably just going to buy a cup of coffee and see how it is, and I doubt they roast their beans here. That's what I'm looking for. So, we'll see. So, went in a cup of coffee from Coral Reef Coffee Company, and I gotta say, they were really friendly, and it was some really good coffee. And I bought this little bean of mine, Brew. So, super excited to make this at home and check it out. Peace out. Alright fam, we got a new one today. Deja Brew coffee here in Louisville outside of Dallas. So let's see how it is. Liberation Coffee. Let's see how it is.